Hi, and welcome back. Today we are going to do a sort of side session in between Garrett Hilton and Sabina Volchik. Um, this is just a conversation in between sire and child. Okay, so we are in Sabina's room, or was it down in the Hema room?
Hema room.
The Hema room with all of the swords and the fancy things on the wall. All right, Sabina.
So, Garrett, right? I'm guessing you prefer that over Mr. Hilton. Again, she's still speaking in Russian for now.
You can call me Garrett. You can call me Dad. You can call me Papa. You can call me anything you want.
I already said I don't want to call you Papa or Dad yet. I'm not there. I just met you.
I understand. Why were you crying? What's wrong?
Have you? I guess you don't really watch the news when you've been around for long, eh?
I really don't. The news is a human thing. I sometimes. I mean, it's not often. I, I keep watch over my area to make sure the humans are okay. They're doing well. I make sure to keep crime low. Make sure it's a fun environment. I don't really know. No, what is there something bad?
Yeah, but keep crime low. I thought you were into certain aspects of crime.
I love I love the mafia. I love the mafia. I have to admit I have a almost a romantic one of the reasons that you were mentally a part of my me paying attention is because I really love the whole gang mafia. I think it's so interesting. It's intriguing. It's something that I do research on. I like I like everything about it. But it's not. It's just a hobby. It's
So, have
a hobby.
you worked with like any of the mafia or even mobsters? Bratva,
Well,
vor even.
I know
Hopefully.
some of them. I know them.
Who?
You know, I have I've invited a few to. I have a couple of places down in Little Five Points. I've invited a few over. We have a understanding and agreement about my territory and what they can't do in my territory. Um, you know, but I don't actively. I mean, I work through Mo through his police contacts sometimes if it's necessary. He has a lot of police contacts. He's heavy into the NOS network. NOS, that's Nosferatu, not Nosferatu. They do all the information of what's going on. The Nosferatu looks after the human population and the kindred population as far as information because sometimes it's pertinent.
Hmm.
Um, Sometimes it affects us. So if we need information about that type of thing, we normally go
I'd
to the NOS.
like to work closer with them because and she'll pull out her phone, go onto the news articles about it, and then switch to Polish. It would have been very pertinent tonight. Does he seem to understand her in Polish, or does he seem to not?
He does.
Okay.
He looks over your phone and says, "Oh, oh shit. Oh, oh."
She'll play some of
This
the
is,
voicemails as well.
oh, that was unexpected. Uh,
So
do you want someone killed? Do you want some retribution? Yeah, I
I
can take care of that.
I want a hand in it, and not just so simple as killing. I want to know
It
who
looks
called.
like some investigation needs to happen about who called the hit and why. Uh, this is obviously a hit.
An ex-boss of my uncle's.
Yeah, but we have to make sure. We need to know. We can't just assume.
Well, when my uncle and people wake up, I'm sure we can question them, but they were gonna move because I was getting more popular.
That could have sparked something. Yeah. Um,
The old boss has old things to level, I guess. Uncle disobeyed him and relinquished some cash before moving before.
mm, that makes sense. The restaurant. Yeah, I was wondering where he got that money.
Well,
Normally didn't have.
Dad already had a business. We weren't doing that badly. I'm sure it was enough for a deposit, but I guess I made it quicker.
Well, it's very expensive, that area he got the restaurant in, and of you, I mean, he didn't move you, but he moved the boys, and uh, that's very expensive. US dollars is different from European, the euro.
I am aware of exchange rates, Garret.
Yeah, I just I did wonder where he got the money. He had maybe like a quarter of that.
I have a cut ahead. I want I want to go them. I want them to work for me. I want everything they ever built towards to then be under my uncle's control. And if the reason why, depending who, there might be extra steps to my retribution.
First, let's find out who it was. Okay? Let's take this baby steps. Let's find out who it was and why.
We've got some photos of two of the people who flood the restaurants, but they're just grunts, I guess.
But that might be important.
Mm. Jonathan has.
If I have some idea of what they look like, who they were, it gives me a better idea of who they belong to, what organization they belong to. And that way I will find out whether or not it's who you think it is, or who maybe it's
So
not who you think it is.
Sabina might just text Jonathan in the middle of this, being like, yo, can you send me the pics of the two guys? Who, please.
You're waiting. Um, I know this has all been, I know you're young.
Why couldn't you
Um,
wait?
I had a Tremere, a mystic, do some. You were gonna die.
Tonight?
I don't know. They said soon. I wasn't given specifics about how it was going to happen or exactly when it was going to happen. Sometime early first week of June. Uh, so I had to move.
So that could be unrelated. How much
I
did that
I
cost you?
really a lot.
Then why don't you ask for specifics? Just get your money or your
I
bones.
did. I asked. I asked.
Then they
But
didn't complete their end of the deal.
no, they did. They told me I was good until before the 1st of June, just as long as I did it before the 1st of June. I mean, they told me that you would be okay and that you would prosper in this life, that I could give you a good life. They told me if I didn't do it, I would lose you. It would be over. If I wait past June 1st, I would have waited too late. And it just so happens that I heard of two others being created, and I asked to make you a part of their coterie for protection, to give you a family. I mean, they're a lot more powerful than me, honestly. They're a lot older. They're a lot more powerful. So it's a good coterie. It's a good coterie. Um, I just wanted you to be safe. I wanted you to be protected at all costs.
Thank you. But why do you talk yourself down so? Sure, they're older than you, but I'm sure you have
I'm
ideas and
12th
visions in me.
generation. Let me try to explain about generations. I'm 12th generation. You're 13th. I mean, 14th is thin blood. If you try to turn someone, they'd be killed because it's a thin blood. Uh, there are rules. There's a lot of shit going on. We're in the middle of Sabat territory. It's a constant war. They're the only vampires that there's a blood hunt out on. That yeah, I have money. I'm a Hilton. I have influence. I have a hotel that's used by a lot of kindred, especially kindred that come through the city that need a place to stay when they're traveling farther south or just traveling in the area and don't have a specific place to stay. They stay at my hotel.
So
So
your
I
friend
have
needs a lot
money.
of contacts.
I have some contact. I have money. I have some contacts. I can get an audience with the prince within a week or two. But I'm not like you know Desdemona, where she can just call up the prince on her personal line. I'm not like that. She has a whole city. She has like Peachtree City as her domain, which is further south here. It's gorgeous. I don't
Mhm.
have. I don't have. I have little 5 points. I have. It's not. I don't.
So you want to expand, and what else do you want?
I would like to eventually. Um, I would like to get into the movie business too, which is good because one of your coterie members, he's in the movie business, and his sire is big time uh, movie director, and I thought that would be good for your career. And Mr. Morgan, I thought that would be good for your career too. And you know, you staying here and being family with him, that would give you a lot of solid backing.
I don't need handouts. I've been working since I was 11.
No,
Somebody at
I
Warner
want
Brothers
you.
is already interested.
I know. I made sure they were going to be at your table. David. Yeah, sure.
I am capable of earning that attention and working jobs without handouts.
I know you are. I know you are. Sweet girl. I know you are. You're very capable. You're a modern woman. These days the mod women are awesome. They're terrific. And they work really hard, and they do it's more harder than men in some cases. Really, I know you're your own woman, and I fully support you being your own woman. Yes, of course. It's not the 1930s anymore. It's the same world. I don't expect you to try to get married, and you know, not for a long time. You won't get married for a long time, right? You not a very long time, right?
Why is that a concern for you?
Vampire marriage is very complicated. You share each other's blood half and half. You're bound in an extreme way. Vampire marriages can last for hundreds of years. It would kind of emotionally leave me on the outset, have to deal with your husband. He's, oh,
And
so,
what if they weren't a vampire?
oh, we don't do the human. You don't. We don't. We humans are hard to keep because you don't age. You won't age. You'll be this gorgeous always, always. I mean, 3, 4, 5 years, humans gonna notice. Then we have problems with the human. Might have to mind wipe the human, and that's serious. Mind wiping 3, 4, 5 years. It's leaving that
I,
kind of gap in someone's memory can drive them insane. You don't want that, honey. You don't. I know you've been seeing a human boy. I know. I know. I know.
now what have you
I
seen?
don't like him,
Sleeping.
but I know. I don't like him, but I know.
I don't recall asking for your approval.
I understand. I understand it, but I don't like him. I'm just saying I don't like him. There's something shady about that guy.
Yes, he's within my family business. Everyone
No,
is kind of shady.
no, there's something shady about him. I don't like him.
You sound jealous, but sure, go on. Explain.
I can't put my finger on it. I haven't gotten the chance to spend enough time surveilling him. But
How about don't survey
Well, I was surveilling him because my child was spending time with him. I just,
How much have you seen?
you know.
Yeah, don't. No.
Mm, okay, okay. I'll tell my ghoul not to do it. Okay, okay.
Who's your ghoul?
Mm. Do we have to talk about that now? How about we
Yes.
talk about your powers?
We can talk about my powers, but I'm more like I want to hear about the people who's been like, sparing on me and my boyfriend.
You don't know him.
And you do.
You will,
On him.
you will meet him, just not tonight. You will meet him.
I
You will.
know Vadim for 3 years, and next month's our first like official and first year anniversary.
Like I said, I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. Something's not quite right about this guy.
I promise you, I will not just leave you waiting to go and sneak off with him there.
Just be careful with your heart. That is all I'm saying. Just be careful.
I've had my heart broken a fair few times tonight. He might not even make it out of the hospital. I want him to make
Oh,
it out of the hospital.
that bastard will make it. Excuse me.
Anyway, we can change the subject. Green's not a
Mm,
good color on you.
I don't like him. Don't like him. Don't like him.
So, what are your plans
I,
for me then?
my plans are to support you any way you want. I'm going to, um, introduce you to people, and continue to teach you about your powers. How did you like the awe? That's kind of cool, right? The awe.
Neil, I I don't haven't quite got my head around it, but
He puts awe on. It's kind of the awe, center of attention. Oh, yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of neat, especially for an actress. Oh.
it's kind of she's obviously pulling him full attention because he's the only other person in the room. I think it's one of those powers until like it's turned off again, right?
He
So
turns it off. He
it's
turns it
like
off. See? See the difference? See? See, I'm not as interesting. I'm not as interesting. I was
I
all encompassing before, right? Let's try it. Let's try it,
okay. It's a weird feeling, but I think I know what you mean. Okay.
It's like you it's like you tell yourself, I'm so interesting, I'm so beautiful, I'm so inspiring. You want to hang on my every word. I'm the center of attention. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's pretty
Definitely.
cool.
Very gripping.
Yeah.
How do powers show up in photos?
Not the way you're thinking. Um,
Okay.
when you have awe on and
Mm.
people take pictures of you, they just assume you're extra beautiful. They assume you're extra alluring. There's a sense past that photo to the people that are looking at the photo. Oh, she's just wow, I could look at her all day. but they don't understand why, right?
Okay.
The human mind, it's an incredible thing with your powers. The human mind will rationalize what they're feeling, what they're going through, why they're reacting the way that they're reacting. They rationalize it all. So it's incredible.
So it doesn't break the masquerade doing all
No,
in
no.
photos. That's good. I don't know if I'd do it on a catwalk though. That would kind of feel like cheating. But in
Now,
photos, maybe.
dread stare does.
Ominous. Go on.
Okay, I'm going to do dread scare. Ah,
She would probably instinctively reach for the gun that she still has on her.
and turns it off. Okay, okay. That was dread stare. Okay, okay. You got that too. You have that. You have that. It's scary. You know, it's scary. It's very scary.
You use that one
That
often?
No, I would use it against a vampire to stop a vampire or make a vampire run away from me. Okay?
So don't use that on humans, only on vampires.
No, 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 no. You're not going to use that on a human.
What if they're drunk or high?
They could rationalize that. Just don't show your teeth. Not unless it's Halloween or something.
Okay.
You know, that's hard to rationalize. Okay, how about this one? This one is aura perception. I want you to look at me and see the colors around me. See the colors around.
She'll
See if you
try
can do that.
to.
Try to
She'll
see
try
the
to.
colors around me.
She doesn't have that one yet, but she'll try to. My friend always goes on about seeing colors. She showed me color charts, but I
Okay,
didn't realize
not
this
yet.
was a
You
real
don't have
thing.
it yet. Okay, all right. So you don't
How do
have
you
it yet.
train?
Okay. Well, we can do that at some later point. You know, yours. It's very good. Apparently, I did that really good job in making you. It's very good because your aura almost reads really human. So it looks like you almost have like you could fool a vampire if they don't look too closely. Like you could walk through a crowd and if they have the ability to see auras, they might not realize at first that you are not human. So
So is that
that's very good. It's very, very good.
so is that how vampires tell each other apart with seeing orders? Is that how everybody does?
Well, some do. You know, most it's the and the mannerisms, the smell, the mannerisms.
What does so how would I smell like a human and not a vampire?
Mm, hmm. Problem is trying to cloak the smell of the blood. Can you eat? You eat, right? Can eat, right?
I can eat,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
It's not as good anymore,
This
but I
this
can eat.
this point is this is important. Okay.
Mm.
I don't know if you have this, but if you can eat, there's something. I think you might have it. Let me look at you. Yeah, yeah, you have blush of health. Okay, 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 okay. When you eat, okay,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't want to throw it up, okay,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to puke it up at the end of the night, you want to
No.
digest the food,
Mm-hmm.
then you will yourself, you tell yourself to digest it.
Mm-hmm.
And your body, because it's alive at the moment, will digest it. but you have to go through going to the bathroom, you know. And if you don't go to the bathroom and pee and poop before you go to sleep, then when you'll be smelly when you wake up in the morning because the pee and the poop will be stuck in the dead body.
I I get the idea.
So when you wake up, you'll be extra, extra smelly, and then you'll have to blush of life again, and then you'll have to go to the bathroom, and then you'll have to wash really good because
Yeah.
it'll really stink because it's been like sitting in a dead body, rotting. You could get maggots that way. You don't want to.
No, no, I'm not. I got it. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
We'll use the
maggots
blood.
up the ass is a
No,
bad
no.
thing.
Mm.
Yeah, you don't want maggots. Uh, yeah, so you can digest, but it won't. It still won't. The food won't nourish you though. It
No,
won't
but
give you what you want. What but when you do that over a period of time, your taste will get better. You'll be able to taste the food a little bit better. You'll be able to taste the spices a little bit better. So you have to practice it. You have to practice it.
mm, okay.
Right now, when you eat it because you're new, everything tastes like cardboard.
Yeah.
But over a period of time, as you get older, you will be able to taste and enjoy more foods with
Okay.
the blush of health. You will be able to taste it, and you
But
just do the willpower and tell your body digest. I
and
I want it. I want to digest it.
eating and digesting is a good way to hide the vampire smell.
Very good way. Very good way. Because the smell, you don't smell like the blood.
What does so? She tries to smell, try and see if she can smell this vampire blood smell that he's going on about.
You sniff them, okay. Try your heightened senses.
Yeah.
And you can smell a small whiff of blood. It's gone a little off. Little off. It's on his tongue. It's gone a little off. And there's a small, slight scent of it permeating from his skin. Very small. It's very, very, very light. But you can smell it now that you're looking for it.
I don't think you could do it in the crowd. It's so subtle.
Not unless I'm like brushing past you, you know.
Mm.
Unless you can read my aura. If you can read my aura, that's one thing. But if you can't read my aura, there's a lot of different vampires. Got a lot of different kindred can read auras and have heightened senses, and so they can they
Do
can pretty much pick us out. Werewolves, oh, werewolves especially. They don't have to be near you. A werewolf can smell you from. Werewolves smell
well
like wet
real.
dog. Yeah, they smell.
Okay.
Hey,
What else is real?
mages are real. Wizards
Okay.
and witches. Fae are real. You know, um, the fae, they're real. I noticed there's cows back there on Jonathan's property. There's a fae. She I saw her on a white cow earlier.
Do you have to leave certain like offerings to appease them, or is that all fairy tale?
Let's try to stay away from the fae. Um, if you
Okay.
approach a fae, then you need to bring them something as a gift. They prefer people.
Oh, what do they? What ferry them away, or do they like? Are they like us? Do they like need to live off of people? Or
I'm not really sure what the fuck they do with them, but they like to take. take people back to their world or whatever they got. Yeah. Yeah. Beware of the Fae. Um,
Mm.
it's that way. The where the cows are. Um, that's the area there. There's a Fae over there, so don't leave the Fae alone.
Okay.
If the Fae comes up to you, you don't need to give it a gift. You know,
Well, how will I know it's a fae?
they will be super uncanny attractive, and they will give you the emotional sense that they are very deadly and there's not shit you can do to hurt them.
That's 90% of the models on Fashion Week, but okay.
I don't think any of the models got anything on Faye, but
Okay.
yeah, and be super polite, and also, to older vampires period, which is almost everybody. Be really polite because you don't want to piss vampires off. You don't know what kind of powers they have. Some of them can kill you like that. You don't want to, thankfully there's no blood hunt out on you or me. I don't have any enemies like that. I'm pretty fun guy. I'm pretty accommodating. Hey, I run the one Kindred hotel in all of Georgia.
Mm.
So people like me, so they will like you, you know. But
Ooh.
yeah,
Did um did you send your girl to follow me tonight?
no. Um, he tells you guys in the morning during the day. I mean, and I didn't think once you returned, I didn't think he needed to because you were here. You're protected here. You were here.
I just saw a blurry someone on the rooftops during the events tonight, that's all.
Well, considering the fact that there was a rose outside, it's probably Cameron.
Maybe.
Oh, and don't piss Cameron off for God's sake. Oh, please, don't
I
don't do
don't
that.
think it's possible to piss him off.
He's a pretty chill guy. I mean, he's very amenable. He's a really he's a lover, not a fighter kind of thing. But if anybody just makes him mad, Mo'll just kill you. I mean, he doesn't give a shit
How
about the prince or the
so
rules or
what
he
makes
would just.
him mad?
I don't know. I've never seen Mo mad. I don't want to see him mad. I don't ever want to see Mo mad.
Well, if you ever hear what makes him or has made him mad, let us know so we can avoid that. Otherwise.
As long as I've been alive, I've never known Mo to be mad or even irritable. He's a party guy. But it's kind of odd that he has a thing for Jonathan because he's a S&M guy. Pain and sex and
It doesn't
love.
seem too weird. Jonathan was stabbing him in the neck with a knife and chucked a fire extinguisher at him. So, checks out. To get him
Well,
out.
that that you just okay. For a general rule, it's not good to stab a vampire. Uh,
He
Kendrick,
broke into his house. He was like invisible and listening to music.
yeah,
I
but still, you don't go stabby stab. You
no,
say
but I
dude.
mean,
You say dude. Don't do
oh,
that.
we
And
did.
it's not a domain yet. It's not a domain yet. He's allowed to. He's
We
not. It's
did.
not.
Does it matter if it's not domain? It's still Jonathan's
It
house.
matters.
Well,
No.
we weren't taught that at the time.
Uh, According to kindred law, he technically wasn't even being rude, you know, technically. I mean,
Mm, yeah, we didn't know kindred rules at the time. We
yeah,
saw a
I
strange,
understand. You're
invisible
brand
person.
new. You're brand new. Yeah, strange invisible person. I understand. But generally, you stab a kindred. That's one point of lethal damage. Lethal damage it's really hard to heal. It's takes a lot of blood to heal, and it's hard to heal. So, but hey, it's Cameron. Cameron
Yeah,
probably just giggled about it. Yeah.
pretty much. I have no intention of stabbing vampires.
Yeah, don't stab a vampire unless you intend to kill a vampire. They mostly, a wooden stake through the heart will put you in torpor. It's kind of like torpor is like when you're sleeping, but you'll be awake. You'll be able to hear everything and pretty much see everything. You just won't be able to react. You won't be able to move. You'll be stuck like a statue, kind of. They'll be able to move you around or whatever, but you won't
Ugh,
be able to. For somebody
no.
to put you in torpor, like for example, like if you do something bad, the sheriff or one of the hounds might put you in torpor and then drag you off to the prince and then untorpor you when you get there to answer for whatever crime. But I don't expect that to ever happen to you. Yeah, I don't expect.
Hmm.
But you
Especially,
torpor someone to stop them. Like if they're in a frenzy, there's a thing called frenzy. When you get so upset that your beast takes over. That's the thing about kindred. We have inside of us like it like kind of attached to our soul. It's what we call the beast, and it's like
mm,
the basis of our kindred self, the animal part of us. Complete animal instinct goes wild, where you lose control. You totally lose control. So
but
try not
that's
to.
not just a figure of speech. That's completely what
That is
throws
not
you
a
out
figure
of
of
it.
speech. Well, for example, if someone were to hurt someone that you loved or kill someone that you loved in front of you, you would frenzy and you would immediately kill them, right?
Right.
That's not something you want to, we try not to kill the humans, we try not to do that.
What happens if you do that?
Well, there are consequences. Well, it depends on what path you are. And wait a minute. Let me. Could you stand still for a second? Does something happen tonight? Did you?
My father and one of my older
Yeah.
brothers died.
I know that, but something else. It looks like you might have lost your ability to eat.
Mm,
Something happened.
I can still eat, surely. I. Why would I lose that?
You didn't you didn't kill anybody, did you?
Should look on her phone and see if there's anything about if they actually died or not, because she doesn't know. I mean,
You find a news article about two bodies that were found in downtown Jonesboro in a fiery crash.
I saw that some people, but they died in a car crash. never shot at anyone before, but seeing what
Oh,
they did and
okay.
it was touching for me. Just
We're gonna have to work on your humanity. You're definitely on the humanity path. Uh, you know what? You know what? What I'll do is I'm gonna hire you a mentor for meditation, and we're gonna try to find you a different path
what?
because that humanity path's a bitch. Yeah.
What's? I mean, I was just human. What's wrong with humanity?
Humanity path, when you're on that path, there's like so many do's and don'ts with morality mixed in with, old concepts of what you believe religion is and the sins and blah, blah, blah. But I really don't feel like that's relevant to us today. I mean, you're no longer I think you need to stop trying to be so human because you're not human anymore. So we need to work on getting you on to a different
Okay,
path.
okay.
uh,
So I'm not human anymore, but those things still matter to me. What we're gonna do? Have you sorted stuff out to make things easier? Like, what about school?
you can do that online, or I could just graduate you. I could pull some strings.
I want to graduate properly. I'm happy to take time to do it online, but I mean, my school needs to know. I mean, they probably
i
would be
i
surprised this week given everything.
I can take care of it. I mean, if you don't want to do it, I can, you'll always learn. There's always stuff to learn. You have two worlds to deal with now. There's tons of stuff to learn. I don't know that you're going to have a whole lot of time to be sitting online and doing classes for hours every night. Man, if you really want to do it, I can leave it alone. But if you don't, I can get you a high school certificate and call it a day.
Well, obviously, you need to make it like have it that they won't question why I'm not turning up physically in school. And
I can take care of that. No questions.
I really want to go to prom too.
You can still go if you want to. If my baby wants to go to the prom, she goes to the prom. You can get the diploma and go to the prom. You want to do that? I can do that.
I just want to work for it, not just get it printed out. And
I just think it will be an extra stress that you don't necessarily need right now. Do you have to work on it right now?
well, I'm not going to be a vampire dropout. But no, there's a lot going on. I guess I like the routine. I don't know.
But I will
Well,
get you a mentor. I will get you a mentor. I'll get you a tutor, and that will start going through paths with you and start working with you to get you on another path because that humanity shit is just it's troubling.
what if I like it?
Why don't you listen to the mentor first and look at the other paths and then make a decision? Okay?
Okay,
Okay. That's my girl.
I I do want to go to the hospital tomorrow night to see my uncle and Vadim, see
Do
how
you
they're
want me to
doing.
get some security? You want me to
We've got some security there already sorted, but
Okay. All right. Do you want
I
me? Do you want me to go get your things from the house? You want me to clear
I
that out?
I would like my things in my car. I just wondered if it would make things more complicated with
I
the
can
police.
have them delivered tomorrow morning.
And that won't be a problem with the police.
No, I'll talk to Mo. We'll work it out.
Could you also ask Mo to ensure any criminal ties are kind of, hidden from the police as well, or at least in regards to my family side. Whatever the hit
Oh,
people who did the hit left, let them catch
okay.
that at a stunt.
Okay. I'll have my ghoul do some investigations too, and find out
I
what the hell, what the hell.
I want to be involved in the investigations. I want to find out
Well,
who it is.
you can be involved. I will have him call you.
But wouldn't it be good for me to learn how to investigate stuff like this?
Mm, it's a lot on your plate. You need a lot of contacts in order to do investigations, and you got to work with a lot of NOS because you're doing it at night.
I want to make friends with this Nosferatu too that have all these information stuff. I think that would be really useful. I
Okay.
I want
All
to do
right.
modeling still, but I'm they pushed me out of all this stuff in life and did that to some of the others. I want to be
I
involved in it
understand.
now.
Okay. Okay. I will get JoJo to call you, and I will tell him to include you in investigations, and let let you know what he finds out, and also do some teaching of how to investigate. I will tell JoJo to do that. Okay.
Thank you. But when I go to the hospital to see them, should I leave my phone? Like, what if they go through what if the police want to go through my phones and stuff? Should I bring something else? Like, what should I
Mo
do?
will
Well,
Mo
Mo,
will take care of that. Mo will take care of that. Mo is really good with the cops. He's really good with the cops, and he's really good with Nas.
okay.
Mo is your
So,
guy for that. There's a reason we picked Mo. Mo can do a lot in the human world that a lot of people can't do,
how
and he's
come he owes a life bond? Why?
oh, Mo. Well, there's this story about when the
Mm-hmm.
prince became the prince.
Yeah.
Apparently, Mo got kicked out of the prince's coterie
He was in the country of
because
the
he's
prince.
a coterie member of the prince, and his job was to get some political guy to do something or other. I'm not sure what. And he fucked the job up, and they ended up having to kill the politician because he got possessed by some spirit or something in the middle of a ritual, and it almost cost the prince getting the princedom, and so he ended up owing a life boon to the prince because the politician was the prince's ghoul. It was a
Oh
really
my
big
god.
fuck up. So yeah, he's on he's on like a short leash with the prince, and this is
Yeah.
part of his penance, which doesn't cover everything, but this is part of his penance. He's seriously in the doghouse. I mean, which is hilarious to me.
Oh,
I can't believe, that the guy got possessed, went off on a killing spree, got possessed by some hooker that had some grudge against some pimp. It's really, really, yeah,
oh my gosh.
yeah. Um,
Okay. Remind me to tell my friends not to play with Ouija boards again if all that stuff's real. Gosh.
oh, it's real. It's really real. Mo, he talks to spirits. Mo can, yeah, Mo can do all sorts of stuff. He's pretty. But even I can do this. Look, you see the sword on the wall? I'm going to take it off here. There. Okay. Okay. This is an 18th century sword, and yeah, Jonathan has practiced with it a couple of weeks ago, and ooh, it's killed a lot of people. Oh boy. This is called Spirit's Touch. You could get information from objects.
Hmm.
Uh, and it's kind of evil. Let's put that back. Oh boy, yeah. Ooh. Oh, that was quite nasty. Oh, it likes blood. Oh, well, won't be touching any of those anytime soon again. That was kind of nasty. Got some demon activity there.
Demon. He's got like occult swords. Like buy a ghost in the box of eBay kind of swords. Okay.
That was kind of nasty. Yeah, that one likes to kill. Wow. Hmm.
Oh,
Got a
you were
taste for it.
you were like saying about the prince's ghoul died. With
Oh
ghosts,
yeah, 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 yeah.
what happens if two different vampires ghoul the same person? Because they was
You
like,
can't. You can't.
no?
No. Once you ghoul someone, they're your ghoul. And basically, once a month, you give them their blood and they remain your ghoul. If you
But-
die, the bond breaks.
And then
And
they
then that
become
ghoul
blind.
has a short period of time to get blood from somebody else or the ghoul dies. Well,
What happened if somebody
maybe not
else
necessarily, because maybe like the ghoul is only been ghouled for a few years, then they age those few
they
years and
age?
everything catches up with them. But if you've had like
Yeah.
a ghoul for like 100 years, ghoul dies.
Can't you just like once a year, like just not let them have blood for like a month so that they age up and then give them blood again?
Blood is kind of addictive.
Okay, so
Once
detox
you,
them for a month so that they can stop aging
well,
for a bit.
they're gonna start looking for it any way they
So
can get it.
detox area where they can't get out. Detox holiday for however long.
Detox for about a month, and then you would need to get 3 nights, 3 points into them to properly
Okay.
ghoul them.
So what happens if
But
someone's ghouled, but then another vampire, not knowing it's a ghoul, gives them blood? What happens then?
it's like tasty blood. Oh, thanks, tasty blood.
So it doesn't like sway their
No,
loyalties or anything.
no, no.
How do you? Is there like a list of who belongs to who? Like how? Like what if you interact with someone's ghoul and don't realize? Or
Well,
do you have
if
to
it's
register those?
if it is a ghoul of the Camarilla, it's registered. If it's a ghoul of the Anarchs, it's registered. If it's a ghoul of an independent, it might be registered or might not be registered. If it's a ghoul of a Sabbat, definitely not registered.
When
So,
do you have to
eh,
register it?
well, pretty much, you just let, someone know that you Googled someone. Like you let me know
Like
or you let Mo know that you Googled someone. And then we will tell the harpy and then it will be recorded.
first point, second point, third point when?
No, by third point, they're Googled, not until third point.
I see. Only register it on the third point.
Right,
Okay.
because first point, second point, they're not a ghoul yet.
Oh,
They're in process. They're not a ghoul yet. I mean, a point of blood can help someone heal, but after a period of time, that's going to cycle out of their system.
I gave my uncle a point.
Okay, were you trying to ghoul him?
I wanted to anyway. I thought it would be useful to have someone in that, but he didn't
He's got
drink
a
at
lot of
all.
contacts. I
Mm,
understand why you would want to
but
do that. I mean, it's family and yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
but I properly did it tonight when I saw him in the restaurant. His
well,
heartbeat sounded
yeah,
so weak.
I understand that he was wounded. Yeah, that tracks. I understand that. Yeah, tomorrow night you might want to give him another point. You know, um, and then after that, we might want to get him out of the hospital because he's going to heal a lot faster than he's supposed to be healing.
Mm,
Like get him a private room with a private doctor that's
yeah,
aware, you know, because there are people that are aware that are especially in specific, that are other people's ghouls that work as doctors and nurses, and you know, so we can set that
okay.
up to get him somewhere private.
And that private place would still be a right to have security there.
Yeah, yeah, we
Okay.
can do that. And then you can explain to him once he has 2 points in him. You can start explaining to him what you are, what the world is, what's going on with the world. He will end up getting one of your powers when you give him the third point. Um, the
Oh,
ghouls generally they get your strongest power, whatever your strongest power is. So you know, uh, you know, for me, I have my powers are all just about equal.
okay.
But
So what did you get then?
well, my ghoul ended up uh uh getting the celerity, you know, basically makes me a bit faster.
Okay.
Uh, uh, so he can run faster than the average human. He can jump up things farther than like a normal human can jump. You know, he thinks it's pretty cool. Jojo just thinks it's just cool. You know, you know. Um, but he doesn't do anything stupid where anybody can see him doing that.
Of course.
You know, um, he knows the rules. He knows not to break the masquerade. He knows he can't talk to anybody about what I am or what he is or you know. Uh,
Speaking of not being seen, are there maps of all the cameras in the city for us to be aware of? Or some cameras are only they're not video cameras. Like they look like video cameras, but they're only 5 seconds.
yeah. Well, that's something that you get from the NOS network. Um,
Okay.
they have maps of the areas. They have maps of where cameras are. They have maps of where the hunters are. Um, Thankfully, all the hunters right now are in Savannah. Um, a hunter is a human that knows about us, and they're like like that old Buffy the Vampire Slayer type of they want to kill us. Did you ever see Buffy the Vampire Slayer? It's your
I did.
generation. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
did.
I figured that was your
Sort of a,
generation. Yeah,
oh no, it just finished, but I saw it. Like, yeah, I
yeah,
like those vintage programs. They're fun.
yeah. Oh, maybe that was a little before your. Yeah, sometimes I forget. Time. Anyway, yeah, but they're not. They're really strong. They train themselves. You never bite a hunter because they have some sort of method to poison their blood to make us sick.
Oh.
Uh, so it's not a good idea. They've got holy weapons, really religious, and that will really seriously hurt us. So we
Mm-hmm.
try to stay away from the hurt. That's one of the reasons we don't fuck with a lot of technology, because too much technology is bad because hunters will find you. We don't discuss things about being kindred. We don't discuss things about the clans. We don't put
Sure.
any of those things on any electronic device. We don't do PowerPoints. We don't do any of those things.
I, you know, being modeled and maybe one day being an actress, like have some social media presence. I can make posts happen to look like they're in the day, and with the right lighting, things can look like they're in the day. Would that
Of
still be
course.
all good?
Yes. I know that that guy Gavin, I think his last name is Westbrook. He has several studios that do all that.
Mhm.
You don't have any worries there. Like I said, I made sure that you were in a coterie that could help you. You know, Gavin has a whole film studio, whole thing. They can make you look like you've been out in the day and all sorts of stuff. The thing about this is, when you get older, when it comes to be about that time where you need to retire, then I'm gonna have to pay a Zamichi, and we'll just change your face slightly, enough, just enough, so that someone can say that you look like her. That way, you can continue your unlife, and people don't think that you are whatever your stage name, Mary something,
Mary
Mary
Lou
Lou.
Maloney.
Yeah, Mary Lou. Yeah, Mary Lou. People don't think you're Mary Lou, and they start wondering why Mary Lou has not aged. See, that's a problem when you're in the limelight like that, you know. So there are things that we have to do there.
But that's years and years and years ahead.
That's years. You got a good, I'd say, good 7-10 years before you need to start considering, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we can do makeup and other things when it gets past 10 years to make you look like you're getting older, you know? So maybe we could stretch that to about maybe 15, max 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Max. And then you're gonna have to let it go. But that's in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Just realize, since you are physically not going to age,
Not good to age.
there
And
with technology,
and I wouldn't be able to make vampires myself.
No, not unless you diablerize people that are in a higher generation and get a higher generation that way. I mean, and there's a slight possibility for that because we've got Sabat running around. There's blood hunt on Sabat. You could eat a Sabat.
I don't like the thought of eating someone's soul. It doesn't sit right.
You may not like the thought of eating someone right now, but in about 20 years, you might change your mind.
How come I don't recall you making me?
That's Desdemona. Desdemona, after you were made, Desdemona didn't want trauma. She didn't want her Jonathan to be traumatized. So we agreed since all three of you were going to be in a coterie, we agreed that we'd let her wipe those memories.
That it's the first memory with you, and I don't remember it. Can I ask her to give it back, please?
I will ask. I'm not sure if it's possible, but I will ask her.
It don't have to be for the others. I just want to, surely I should remember my creation, right?
I will ask her. I definitely will ask her. I will. I'll talk to her about it. She's so protective over Jonathan. Crazy protective. Just like she birthed him or something protective. I mean, I know that's impossible because Desdemona is like, well, it's not impossible. Well, that's not true. It could be possible.
What?
Did she give birth to him?
It's possible to give birth even though we're dead?
Well, Tremere magic. You can get a Tremere. It's very expensive. You can get a Tremere or to do blood magic on you with Blush of Health and also with Blush of Life. Get your systems working and kind of give you that 10-month bubble.
Okay.
And will keep you, relatively safe during that time and get you together with a thin blood or something. And yeah, pop goes the weasel. Yeah. Pregnancy.
What? You say it's expensive, but what would a Tremere be into? Like Clayton?
Uh, Clayton?
What is Clayton like? Like, you talk about, paying them, but what would get someone like Clayton indebted to us?
I don't know what I could that's like serious. Clayton is the only reason Clayton went out to get you was because he and Desdemona are tight. I think they used to be married at some point, a couple of 100 years ago.
Ooh, juicy gossip.
Yeah, like in between the sheets type. Yeah. Yeah, and he did it as a favor to her to make sure that all of you were taken care of. He said that he'd be watching over you guys to make sure that you're protective or something. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. I don't know what. Tremere magic shit. Magic shit. He did some magic shit.
Is
Apparently.
it possible to be friends with the magic shit people?
It's not easy. Tremere are they're kind of cagey. They don't like to give out any of their secrets. The Chantry's not far from here. Actually, it's in downtown Jonesboro at this plantation, not a couple of miles from here. It's this huge, big, old mansion, and they have a section of it that it can only be seen by us, which
Okay.
I think is really interesting because, like during the day, they have tours there at that plantation and all sorts of stuff, and they have ghost story things there, and it's interesting how they made like a whole section of the mansion like humans can't even see. But
Hmm.
you like go through some special door there, and you're entering the chantry. So, but only we can see the door. They can't see the door. Yeah. But yeah, you when you go to the chantry, basically you go there because it's someone you know is there, and you ask for someone, and they will go get that person. You stand in the hallway, and they'll go get that person, and the person lets you know whether or not they'll see you or not. They're very complicated. They're very secretive. Yeah, so blood
Sure.
mages are yeah.
But no, they like. What about any like Nosferatu? Do you know what any specific, like not necessarily Cameron, but anybody maybe working under him might like? It's hard to think what someone who has all the information would like.
Maybe steal a pair of Jonathan's underwear.
I am not going to pimp out Jonathan to Cameron.
I mean, I
I'll just,
would. Honestly,
I
I'd do it. I'd do it. I'd do it in a second.
I will
You know.
nudge him to make that decision.
I mean,
That's
I'd
his
slide him some
decision to make.
underwear. Maybe even recently
Oh,
used underwear. Just slide it to him.
no,
Say, "Hey,
no, no,
buddy, I
no,
got something for
no.
you."
That's only if Jonathan agrees. Otherwise,
I think
no.
it's a great idea. Hey, steal one of Jonathan's socks. Anything. Hey.
No, no,
Something that
this feels like
smells like him.
yeah, but that's way too
Um,
wrong, way too
I don't
wrong.
know. I don't know. What do you get someone like Cam? Oh, he likes music.
Well,
He's
well,
he's
music.
really into
Oh,
music.
is there
Oh,
anyone like under Cameron who you think could be a good in for me to get inside, you know, a friend with info in the network?
well, there's this Nos that I know. His name is Gruff. Um,
Graph.
yeah, Gruff hangs around Little Five Points quite a bit, but sometimes he comes out this way. Gruff works with JoJo a lot, so you're probably gonna meet Gruff anyway. Um,
Okay.
yeah, Gruff is don't react when you meet him. Gruff is kind of hairy, um,
Okay. I'll check.
like from the ZZ Top kind of days, hairy.
Okay. No,
He
I
even has hair coming out of his ears, hairy.
lot of people do, but I'm guessing not to that extent, eh?
Um, they call him Gruff for a reason.
Like a
Uh,
Gruffalo.
mm. He's a okay guy when you get a chance to know him. He doesn't talk a lot. He writes things
Mhm.
and he makes noises.
Okay.
Gruff is the type that will write you a note and leave it for you.
Good to know.
And there's a good thing you need to know about Nos. Nos go everywhere. Nos are pretty much allowed on everybody's domains because they bring the information. And they'll come by your domain and leave you a note. You know, they won't like come into your house. That was a little over the top. You know, they'll ring the doorbell, you know. But they can come by your domain and leave you a message and wait for you to reply even.
So
And then leave.
there is no secrets. The Nos will just know everything.
Nas have a way of finding out a lot. There
How would
pretty
you
much
Nos
isn't
proof
any
the
secrets with them.
situation?
Magic.
Okay.
The chantry itself is pretty much Nos proof.
Gosh darn it.
Magic. Or, you know, you can become friends with a wizard or a witch. I don't suggest it, but you could. I don't suggest it because they like to experiment on us. So I don't suggest it.
Experiment could be fun. I don't know.
They like the idea of vampirism without being vampires, which is stupid. You know, they're into trying to make a sorceress stone type of. They live for a fucking long time. Don't get me wrong. Witches and wizards
all
live
the
for
plus
like a couple
sides
hundred years.
and basically like a vampire with those amulets. Pretty much. But without the amulets and it just being natural.
Well, like I said, that's it's been reported that the prince has been seen during the day. So it's been reported that she is a daywalker. And everybody suspects that she has some sort of amulet or some sort of magic juju, you know. And there are rumors that Cameron has been out during the day. But Cameron's got that mask of all like 1,000 faces thing where he can make himself look like different people.
Oh.
You know, it's one of those Nos powers. He can make himself look so ordinary that you would pass right by him on the street and wouldn't know. You know, he can, you know, Nos have a plus Cameron, because he's so old, he has tons of other powers that he's gotten from learning powers from other people and eating people and geez, just all sorts of stuff. So you never know what you get when you Cameron, you know, that Cameron is, yeah, he's kind of freaks me out in a way.
She's gonna heighten sense to see if there is any Gnosis hiding in the room and to see if there's any cockroaches or any other bug or any kind of anything. So can you make sure this room is clear then for a second? Because I want to say, you should promise?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Clear.
Then can we come up with like a little, I don't know, a code, a mannerism or something so that we can always be sure it's definitely each other and not somebody else looking like us.
Okay.
Because
what do you want? You want me to tell you something about me, maybe, or?
it could be like something like a little pet.
Well, you should be able to feel me. You should be able to feel me. Can't you feel me? That little warm, fuzzy thing right there. You should be able to feel me.
Okay. So that's what I've got to pay attention for.
Yeah, you should be able to feel me. I mean, if somebody else walks up to you and looks like me and you don't feel anything here, then it's not me.
That's not all. That's something else.
It's a bond. We're bonded. It's I made you, and I when I made you, it's a blood bond. It's I gave you my blood, so to make you. Right before somebody dies, if you give them your blood, when they come back around, they become one of us. That's how you make a baby.
Okay.
But you gotta catch them just as their heart's about to stop. So generally, we drain them to the point where their heart stops, and then we give them the blood right then. And then we see the change start happening. If the heart is still beating and you give them the blood, and you hear the heart continue to beat, they're fine. You didn't do anything. You helped heal. You're not creating.
Okay.
You know? And you can't just go siring people because you have to get permission from the prince. Permission.
Mo did say.
Good. He's not incompetent. He has me worried sometimes. Malkavians. You don't understand. Malkavians are all over the place. They have sometimes several personalities, and they have all that spiritual crap going on, like future, past, present at the same time. Crap going on in their heads.
I didn't know that.
So, yeah. They're like
Oh,
soothsayers, but on a wicked, crazy level. And because of the fact that they've got the future, the past, and the present all in their heads at the same time, and they're dealing with literally ghosts and the abyss and a lot of other stuff. There's a lot going on in there. So
okay.
you have to understand that if Mo is a little kooky, he's kooky for a reason.
I won't be as harsh on him. That's a lot. Do you know if any vampires have any goals or and even any stakes in various other gangs around
A
or
lot of us
involved?
have a lot of stakes in all sorts of. We've got our fingers in all sorts of manners of
I
politics and
know.
and guns and drugs and whoring, and if there's an industry, we've got our fingers in it.
I know. I just don't want to. If I'm gonna stand on anybody's toes, I'd like to be aware before
That's
I do.
another reason why we're going to do the investigation, because there could be a possibility that it's not who you think it is. It could be a possibility that it is someone's ghoul. It could be a possibility that it is a vampire. And I need to stop saying vampire. I'm saying it because you said it. Kindred. You need to get used to saying kindred. Kindred. We don't go around
Kind
saying vampire. Kindred.
like kindred
Kindred.
souls.
Right. So, yeah, it could have been a kindred that put out the hit. Maybe your uncle messed with someone that was important to the kindred. We don't know. We do.
I don't
It
know.
could be a lot of different things. That's why we need to investigate before you go all
That's why I
stabby
want to
stabby.
know who. I want to get involved in that stuff anyway, so it would be useful if
Jojo,
I knew.
I will have Jojo contact you.
Why can't you tell me now? Surely you know which vampires are involved with it.
Right now, Jojo is off on an errand for me. He's not even on the side of town. And I know JoJo has no idea what has happened to your family because I took JoJo off your family yesterday. If JoJo would have known, I would have known. He would have called me immediately. As soon as I woke up tonight, JoJo would have called me. And I didn't know. So that means JoJo doesn't know. So JoJo just happens to be off running an errand for me. You know, he should be back in it should take him another day and a night. So 2 nights time for you. 2 nights time he'll be back. And anyway, you have to go meet the prince tomorrow night.
Do I need to gift? Like, how do you behave in front of a
No,
prince? Do you bow? Do you
you're just
curtsy?
you do bow or curtsy is fine.
Do you say my prince,
Uh
my highness, my liege?
no. You just say Prince Shyla Forest or Prince Forest. You do not walk directly up to her. You there will be a dais. She'll be sitting on a dais. You can
So
get up to
don't
the
need no
first step.
present.
You go up to the first step, bow the knee, curtsy, stay where you are, and she'll speak to you and welcome you into the Camarilla and then present you with your domain as a coterie.
Would it be good to bring a gift?
It's not necessary. That would be unusual for you to bring a gift. You're brand new. Um,
Okay.
just just bring yourself. Be attentive to who else might be in the room, and be nice and courteous, so it'll make a good impression. And that's it.
Don't
And
use all the.
when an Elysium is held, that all of us will go. It's kind of like an Elysium is like that kind of she's calling all kindred to come, and she has something to say, and food and drink will be provided, and you know, because there's some of us that eat flesh, and you know, you when you enter Elysium, you're not allowed to use your powers. Uh, uh,
Is it rude not to drink? Because I've only drinking from the hose.
oh, the cave. Oh, you didn't Mo get you food today? He should have gotten you baggie of food.
I haven't been to the room. We had the lesson, and then I saw the news, and Jonathan and I immediately. So he probably did. I just haven't seen it. But no,
Okay.
but in Elysium, is it seen as rude not to drink, or
No, it's not rude not to drink. You don't have to.
okay?
Uh, no, it's not rude. You know, and you know, either I could teach you to hunt, or Mo can teach you to hunt. Uh, it's up to you.
I would like you to teach me.
Okay, good. Well, bonding thing. That's good. Father daughter bonding. Yeah, yeah, good. So, yeah, we'll do that.
So, because yesterday was the day I was tanned, is that something that we would celebrate each year?
It can be. If that's what you want, we will celebrate that as your birthday every year. I will make a glorious birthday party for you and invite plenty of kindred and tell them they must bring you gifts. We'll have it at the hotel. A big banquet hall with lots of pretty frilly things. And I'll even hire an event planner. How's that?
You want to
Anything
show
for
me
my
off?
girl. Anything for my girl.
Is there anything you want me to keep an eye on? Or an ear out for?
I just need you to be aware of your surroundings when you leave this area. You know, Mo will keep this area safe of Sabat, and once your domain has been officially given to you tomorrow, you know, the Sabat won't come in here.
How would I tell
Uh,
it's a bat from anybody else?
mm, yeah, because you can't see their aura yet. Uh, well, if they attack you,
Okay.
and they act, if they're kindred and they start attacking you or acting extremely hostile towards you, they're Sabat. And of course, Mo will tell you. He knows. He knows who the local Sabat are.
Okay.
Mo's supposed to stick with you guys for 2 years. So by the time he's finished, you should really be okay. But of course, I'm here for eternity, for forever and ever and ever and ever.
I
I'm your
guess
forever papa.
I guess you've already got my number then, right?
Yes, I do. But let me give you mine. And he gives you his number.
Thank you.
You know, call me anytime. What's it? What's that song? One call away. I will be there to save the day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The one call away guy. Well, I'm only one call away. Yeah, that.
All right.
And if it's not me, I will send Jojo, um, or someone else immediately if you need anything. If you need to talk about anything, um,
One call
feeling,
away.
one call away, feelings, bastard boyfriends. You know, anything.
That
Uh,
team is darling. He is not a bastard.
his aura, I don't like it. I don't like
What's wrong
it.
with his aura? What does his aura look like to you? Is it green
Mm,
like you are right now? You're green. Every time you
it's like
think
a
about my boyfriend, you go
ghoul.
green.
It's like a ghoul.
What does a ghoul's aura look like?
Mm, it's a little grayish. It's like I don't trust that guy.
You can't.
Something
That can't be mistaken for something else.
not likely.
Then he'd be registered, right?
Maybe, maybe not.
Have you looked
Jojo
to
looked
see?
into it, and there was no registry on him.
Do people
Doesn't mean he's
in
not.
do people keep secret goals? Because I'm sure there are people who want to keep their goals quiet.
If they're in the Camarilla or they are in the Anarchs, no. But if they're an independent,
Independent.
yeah, there's a possibility. Or
He was
worst
bad
case
though.
scenario, if you're a Sabat, they don't
You
give a
say
fuck.
that, but I know you're excited at the thought of that. I know you want him to be. You want any excuse. That would break my heart, you know.
I won't eat him. I promise. Even if
But
he is a Sabbat rule, I won't eat him.
has he
I
always
might
had that?
eat whoever he's linked to, but I won't eat him.
Was he? How long was he? Was he always that great aura? Always cool?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When did you first look at him?
Mm. About 2 months ago.
Oh, so you've not been looking into him for long then?
Yeah, about 2 months ago. When it looked like things were getting.
No, no, I'm no spying on intimate moments ever.
I wasn't physically. Jojo was looking. He was just checking out. He was just.
And how many details was he giving you?
I just, at night, I came by the restaurant, looked in the window, gave him a once over, checked the aura out, and I was like, looks like a ghoul. Not happy. Mm.
So it might have been the recent thing.
I don't know.
We,
I don't know.
we only made it like official 24th of July last year. But it was kind of a thing really before then.
I didn't look at him previously. Um, I, I
But
should have. I
he
just
was but he was really badly injured. Like I don't know, 4
ghouls can be
gun
badly
wounds.
injured. Ghouls can die. Ghouls can be
But
badly injured.
I thought you said it would make them heal faster.
It will. They do heal faster.
She'll probably put messages in her phone to Oscar and Vadim, just hoping that they'll be alright and let her know ASAP. But she'll do her best to look over them, kind of a thing. But also in her hopes for any of them to reply whenever they are able to. She doesn't expect it tonight, but it's just that.
You get messages back that the fridge is fully stocked and they can't believe how great the food is.
From who?
From uh from
Oh,
not
oh,
Vadim, from Fabian and Patrick. You
oh,
get
okay.
message back. You get messages back that they can't believe how great the food is, and everything's stocked, and even the liquor cabinet stocked. And holy shit, where did you meet this guy?
she'd she'd say ask for the best like drinks, but she'd say probably stay away from the red wine, it's not as good. But anyway,
You're
no,
gonna okay.
and their vodka is shit. Anyway, but yeah,
You don't get any reply from Vadim and Oscar.
no, but it's
I want you to be careful because I suspect he's a ghoul, and if he's a ghoul, he
you
belongs to
did
somebody.
it. Belongs to somebody,
He
but he
belongs
still
to
likes
somebody.
me. But he still likes me.
I
Still loves me.
just want you to be careful with your heart. That's all.
You didn't make me for being careful, or did you? Did you?
I made you because I love you. That's when I made you. only because
And
I love you.
when did you know that?
Mm.
When
Like I
when was it?
said, when you were born.
You've been watching over my family before I was born?
Mm. I saw you in the nursery, and you held my finger, and I said hello to you.
What?
When you were born.
Not a metaphor. Genuine.
No, genuine. The night
Why
after you were born, I was in the nursery, and I held your little finger. You held so tight.
why would
You were so strong. You held my pink. You held so tight. You were so cute. You
why were
smiled up
you
at me and opened your eyes. You opened those beautiful eyes and looked at me. That was it. I was gone. Pure love.
what were you doing in your stuff?
I had some business, um, and I happened to be at the hospital with JoJo. JoJo got injured, and that's just. I was perusing the halls. Uh, there were a few emergencies. Um, this really pregnant lady came in, and I got interested because there were a lot of mafia around, and I followed them around. And she had the baby, and I
Where
went to see you, and you held my finger. And I've been checking up on you ever since. I've been periodically checking up on you, seeing how you're doing. Oh my gosh, I loved this. I bought this print of this house, and it has little bricks around it, and you almost have to break. I didn't break the frame. You almost have to like break the frame to get into it. Oh, Jojo bought it for me. Oh, it's so great. You made these. Oh, you're so creative. You're such a creative kid. And yeah,
Fabian and I made them
yeah,
back when we were kids.
yeah. I've also got from your kindergarten one of these drawings. You saw me outside your window, and I felt kind of bad for it because you put monster. It's me. You drew me outside, peeking in the window to check on you. I wasn't a monster. I don't look like a monster, right? I was just yeah.
I had nightmares for weeks.
I'm sorry, honey. I
They
I
joked that
I
they said they were gonna take my big gold cot away if I was gonna carry on like that. And it
I'm
was real.
sorry. I am sorry, sweetie. I didn't mean you any distress. I was just peeking in on you to make sure you were okay. But you made the cute drawing. You even drew my hair. You put monster, and then I kept it, and I have it at home in my bed. It's framed. I
It's just you've been watching me literally all my life, and I've just met
I
you.
I
That
I I told you I love you. You're my girl. You held my finger, and I love you. You're my mafioso princess. You're my girl.
I'm not a made woman yet. I
Oh,
want to see.
You could
It's a
be
lot
a
of
boss. You could
expectation.
be anything you want to be. You can be anything you want to be.
I
You
want
want to
to.
make the mafia run scared of you? We will do that.
You know that if I do properly join, there are lots of rules, right?
Yeah. Rules,
Of
schmules. We can get around some stuff. We can do stuff. We can find a way. If my girl wants it, you're gonna get it. My girl wants it, you get it.
just I there are rules not to say. And
Yeah, yeah,
as a
of course.
mafioso princess, I can tell you stories, but I can't say exactly if you follow. I'll make a loophole for you. But
No, that's okay. No, it's okay.
that's a lot of
When you
expectation. I
when you
feel,
trust me
how can
more, when
I?
you trust me more, you can tell me. When you trust me more, maybe you'll tell me in 100 years. It's okay.
You've been watching me my whole life. How can I live up to what
Mhm.
you expect from me?
I just expect you to be you. You're perfect just the way you are.
Did
Even when you're pissed, you're perfect.
I'm at my best and I'm best.
Yeah,
Well,
I've seen you go after somebody with a high heel. Yeah.
mm,
High heel in
with
hand.
the nosebleed.
Yeah.
Were you were you around Yugoslav around 2019? Beginning of?
No, I had to be here. There was too many things I had to do in America. I mean, I got information tabs on you and pictures and photos and reports and sometimes I would pop in and when I could, but I couldn't stay. I was
I just
so happy when you came to America. Oh my God. And you came to Georgia of all places. I was like, this is meant to be. Meant to be. Me and my girl against the
you know
world.
do you know what caused that to happen faster though, right?
Mm, that slime back.
Steinbeck.
Mm.
Hmm? Who's the Steinbeck?
That your uncle's boss wanted to pimp you out. Yeah. And your mom.
I was thinking mainly of my mom, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
even know who my uncle's boss is. Do you
I
know
know
their
who he
name?
is.
Can I
Don't worry
hear?
about it. No,
I want to know the name.
we'll. I got something for him. He's already going through hell right now, anyway.
I want the name, please.
Uh,
I want to. I want to.
his name is Vladimir
Vladimir. Vladimir.
Pitchkov.
Vladimir Pitchkov. Did he have anything to do with my mom?
No,
Do you think the people who had to do with my mom had to do with tonight?
maybe, but I wouldn't want to run into her.
Hmm?
I should, I should have sat you down for this. Um, sit down.
I'm happy standing up. I'll sit
I
up.
sit down, please.
Only if you sit down.
I'll sit down too.
She does.
Your mom's a bot.
My mum's dead.
Your mom's kindred.
Why? She didn't even try to reach out, though.
Well, she's Sabat.
Why would that stop her reaching out, though? We thought she died. We
They all kindred should cut ties, but Sabat especially, they don't believe humans are anything but fodder.
Monica had to look after the baby brother. I was the one who had to identify her by the clothes.
Uh-huh. And had she showed up at your home or hung around you at all, the Sabat would have slaughtered the entire family.
So she's looking out for us.
Once you are brought into the Sabat, you can't. There is no. It's really hard to get out. It's like the worst gang ever for eternity. And unless she wanted all of you slaughtered, there's nothing she could do.
So there's a bat everywhere.
Because Sabat do not care about human life. They're like ants. It's like a cow. Are you going to cry over the cow? No, you're going to eat the cow.
It doesn't really sound that different to how Mo described Kamara's attitudes to people.
Well, it's worse. At least you won't kick and slaughter a cow and laugh about it and leave the cow. At least you eat some of the cow and you'll let the cow live. You'll care that the cow lives.
Is
Sabat indiscriminately slaughter and don't think twice about it.
Anybody been rehabilitated from Sabat?
I don't know. That's a good question. I can find out.
But she's over there still, right?
I don't know where she is. I know she was there, but I don't honestly know where she is. I'm hoping she doesn't come here because there's a blood hunt on the Sabat in Georgia.
Mm.
And I don't think you'd ever forgive me if I had to kill your mom. Or one of your coterie members had to kill your mom. Or Mo had to kill your mom. Because there's a blood hunt.
If you spoke like spirits before, if a kindred dies, can you contact their spirits, or is it different? Is it only human spirits that you can contact?
I don't know. That's a Mo question. I think that's like an abyss thing. I'm assuming. Well, I mean, we got spirits too. Yeah, but I don't. I really. I'm not. I don't. I don't. I'm not. I don't really know about that. You would have to ask Mo. I've never tried to contact the kindred spirit. I've never tried to contact any spirit, for that matter. Whatever plane of existence they're on, they're on. This is my plane of existence. I like to keep them two separated. I'm good. I no ghosties for me. Kind of freaks me out, you know. It's one thing to think as I was growing up that, oh, yeah, you have an immortal soul and the soul lives on. It's another thing when you
Mm.
become kindred and find out, oh, the soul definitely lives on, and there are multiple places the soul could go, and some of them are not cool.
How do you make sure your soul goes to a cool place then?
Try to be a decent kindred. Whatever path you choose, try to be true to that path. Repent. Uh,
But
don't
still,
go slaughtering people for no reason. Uh,
still wouldn't man not even go where
I really,
I can.
let me text. Okay. All right. Uh, JoJo's gonna set up a mentor for you on the different paths to discuss
Okay.
the different paths. He wants to know whether or not it can be done online. No, I don't want you to do it. No, in person. In person. Oh, it's Nas. Oh, uh-huh. Uh, well, yeah, yeah, okay. Nas wants to know whether or not he can come by after your meeting with the prince tomorrow.
Have to ask Jonathan. It's his house, not mine.
Okay, okay, I'll get back. You contact me. We'll get back with the so the path is sort of important. You know, humanity
Sure, but
sucks. You want to be in
if
humanity.
if Jonathan says no, I know a few abandoned places nearby that we
I
could go
doubt
with.
very seriously Jonathan will say no. You're a coterie member. You're his family.
I don't know. He's housing a lot of people right now. It might be pushing our luck.
Nah, I don't think so. Jonathan, Jonathan is a particular character. He doesn't seem like a a Scrooge type of guy. He seems pretty easygoing to me. He sounds like he seems
Mm.
like a nice guy. But you know, I do have to wonder whether or not Desdemona did some Tremere magic and birthed that sucker. I have to wonder about that. So I'm wondering, you know,
Wow.
she's really close ties to that guy, and it's like he's like hers, like her blood or something. And I mean, you're my blood, but I didn't birth you. You know, I mean, not that I
You
have the
just
parts.
pretty much saw it.
You know, well, I was there when your mom gave birth, but and I've been around you, you know, and I've been getting updates on you. But she seems there's something she seems something deeper there, and I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe ask Jonathan. Maybe he'll tell you
Mm.
if that's his real birth mommy. Maybe that's his mommy.
That that's a big question. I mean, they seemed.
Yeah, you know, just slap it out there. Hey, yo, is that your mama? You know.
Why don't you ask him?
Oh no, that's okay. I'm not. I'm your papa, but I'm not exactly his family. I'm not his coterie, you know. So I can. And he's high level there. I think I'll stay in my lane.
Stop limiting yourself. You need to stop limiting yourself.
Oh, sweetheart, this yeah. See, this is why I love you. You're such a you're just so precious. Hmm. Yes, I will start being more forceful in my spot. That's right.
No, it's not
But
your
come on,
spot.
let's
Don't
go to the
limit
kitchen.
yourself to your spot.
Let's
Okay,
get
so we go to
something
the
to
kitchen.
eat in your system. Let's get you some food, and then I'm gonna get out of here and let you digest all the crap that I just threw on you because you need time. You need time. Okay.
Okay.
Remember, one call away. One. I'm only one call away. Yeah. I'll be there to save the day. Yeah.
Save the day. Thank
Superman
you.
ain't got nothing on me. I'm one call away. Better than Superman. Better than Superman. Okay?
Super Garret. Yes, Super Garret. I got it.
Super Garret! Yeah. Let's go eat. Come on. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming back to this little interaction in between Sabina and her sire. And please punch that like button. Take a few clips of things that you like, send them out to some friends, and talk about us. That's the way you can support us. And see you
Hit the
soon.
notification bell.
Bye.